Hi, today we're going to talk about PDF automation from a Notion database. And for this, today we're going to see how we can create PDF files and automation for assignment agreement form. So as you can see, this is an assignment agreement wherein a user can fill in all the details over here. And once they click on submit, the responses get captured onto the responses view over here. I've already gone ahead and I've created two different responses filling out the particular form. And now I'm looking to create an automation setup which can help me create PDF files on automation from the responses that come up over here. For this, I'm going to use a tool known as PDF Output. This will help me create PDF files on automation from Google Document with the help of the Notion database that we have. It is useful to create other files such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or any quotations for your business as well. So click on get started and simply sign in over here, and then we will understand how the rest of the automation steps will follow. So I'm going to quickly sign in over here, and then we will see the rest of the automation steps. So once you sign in, you will be able to add the Notion database, which is the very first thing which we need to follow. After this, we need to add the document. So the document will be used as a template file for the automation setup. And finally, we can map the fields of the database onto the document to create the PDFs and automation. So the mapping section will come in the very end. But first of all, let's add the Notion database. So this is the database which we're going to use. So I will simply click on the drop down and I will click on add Notion database. And this will allow me to add the database for the rest of the steps. So I will simply copy the database title from here. So you can see the database title is visible. I will copy the title from here and then I will click on next. And there are two options. If you go with the first option, it will create a duplicate copy of a database onto your workspace, which you can use for the testing purposes. But we do not want to test out anything. We already have a database available. So I will click on select pages and then I will click on select pages once again. So the database title which I have copied, I need to enter the title inside the search pages field. Once you put the title inside the search pages, your particular form will automatically appear, which is assignment agreement form. And now you can see it has already been added. Okay. So if you click on the drop down, you will be able to see the assignment agreement form appear over here. So whenever you are adding any database over here, always and always copy the database title and put it inside the search pages. That allows you to add the database correctly and there will be no chances of missing out on any database. Another thing which I want to highlight is when you're adding database, do not add the database by selecting this top level pages if it is contained inside a Notion page. So if you do that, your experience will not be smooth and sometimes the databases are not added correctly. Okay. So always ensure that you're copying and pasting the title of the database inside the search pages to be able to add the database correctly. Besides this, if your database is using any relation and roller properties, so let's say the assignment agreement form is connected to database A and database B through a relation property, you need to add assignment agreement form as well as you need to add database A and database B all within the search pages field, and all the databases must be added so that the relation and roller properties appear correctly on the PDF file generated. So always ensure that you're adding all the databases which are used in the main database through relation and roller through the search pages field. Okay. And then let's click on allow access, and once we click on allow access, it will give access to this assignment agreement form which we can use for the rest of the steps. So you can click on the drop down to be able to see the particular database which will appear over here, and you can see it is still not yet appearing. So let me click on reload database. So if your database is not appearing, you can simply click on reload or refresh this page once and your database will appear correctly over here. Okay. So you can see assignment agreement form showing over here. Click on this and all the properties of the database will be visible over here one below the other. So you can see all the properties are now showing up. So these are the properties of the database which we have over here, which is visible one below the other over here for the mapping section. Now it's time to add a Google document to this setup. So click on add Google document. You have two different options. You can go with any existing document that is present on your Google Drive. So if you click on this option, it will allow you to choose any existing document which you might have on your Google Drive. Okay. But I do not have any such documents. I will add a new document altogether. So click on add demo document, Google document, and click on add demo document over here. And this will create a demo document with all the mapping of the properties of the database which you have already created. So you can simply remove this part from the top which we do not need. And now we have all the placeholders of the database. So whatever properties you see in the database, they are created as a placeholder over here. and every placeholder is added onto this document. So we have assignee address, assignee name, assigner address, assigner name. All the fields are automatically showing over here, which is already present in the database. So when the PDFs will be created, all these placeholders will be replaced from the values that you see in the database, and the PDFs will be created on automation. But if you still want to manually map any of the fields, you can simply click on copy over here in the property. So let's say I want to copy the respondent value. I can go to the document and I can use Control V or Command V on my keyboard. So I have this shortcut Control V or Command V, which will copy paste my property onto the document live. So you can edit the document in any way possible. Let's say I want to add the assignee name. I can simply use Control V or Command V. It will add the assignee name over here. So likewise, you can map all the fields of the database onto the document live, which can be used for the automation setup. The next thing is I want to define the PDF file name. So I want to create the PDF file as per the title column. So all the values that you see in the title column, my PDF file will be generated as per that. So I will simply select the title column from here so that the files are named as per that. And after this, if you scroll to the right side, you will be able to see two additional columns, generate PDF and PDF file. Anything set as ready to generate, the PDF file will be created for those specific records and it will be saved right over here in the PDF files. So make sure to mark the records as ready to generate whichever you want to turn into PDF, and it will be stored right over here inside the PDF file column. So everything is set up. Now click on download PDF, and the PDF start getting downloaded onto the downloads folder, as well as it will be saved inside the PDF file column that we have over here. So the first file is already out, and you can see the PDF file is also created over here. So let's click on this, and you will be able to see all the mappings of the PDF file correctly done, fetching the values from the database. Let's open up the second one as well. So we have two files created wherein all the fields of the document have been correctly mapped with the database that we had earlier. This is how the automation works. But the best part is, once you set up everything, click on Setup Notion Automation, and now you do not need to come back to PDF output ever again to create PDFs. So everything that we did inside PDF output to set up the automation and generate PDFs, we do not need to repeat that. All you need to do is, whenever a user clicks on submit and a new response gets captured, you simply need to come over here and mark the records as ready to generate, and a PDF will automatically be created right over here as per your requirement. So you do not need to juggle between PDF output and the database to create the PDFs. Just simply click on setup Notion automation and it is automated forever. So whenever a new record is added, just simply mark it as ready to generate and the PDF will be created right over here for use case. This becomes completely hands free and you do not need to use PDF output again and again to create the PDF files. I hope this explanation was clear to you. If you still have questions, use the chat bubble at the bottom and send me a message with your queries, or else you have an option to use the contact section at the bottom of the home page where you can send me an email with your issues on this, and I'll be able to take up any issues on your end. You even have an option to book a free demo